Alright, this is Luis with CISS Inc. We're going to show you how to install a CISS system for an 8-color printer. We have the R2000 here. So this installation method would pretty much go with any Epson printer that's 13 by 19. The housing's pretty much the same here. So, just follow this installation method. And your printer might be a bit different. Maybe you have the R3000 or 1900, but installation will still be exactly the same. There is one thing I won't be able to show you since this is a previously used printer. Someone already actually took off the cartridge lid, but it's rather easy for you to remove that yourself. You would basically have to move the carriage over with your hand like this, and there should be a hinge here on this side. So you grab the needle nose pliers and pull on the hinge, and either the hinge would break off and allowing this to come off, or the hinge itself would come off just by itself without breaking. So let's assume we removed the lid already. What we're going to do is basically power the printer on first. What that's working there, we could already install the filters. So you should receive an accessory bag with all filters in there, and here we have ours. So we're going to go ahead and install these in the tanks. Make sure you're installing the filters fat side in. Okay, so filters are installed. What we're going to do next, we're going to actually set the cartridges already on the printer. If you notice that positioning of this cartridge carriage is basically all the way to the right initially. If you press the ink button, it'll pretty much move the heads in position for you to install the cartridges, but it also allows you to move the heads with your hand. So what we're going to do is move the head over to the left. We're going to grab our set of cartridges, and we're basically going to slide it in through this gap here. Now, I had to loosen up two of the cartridges in order for me to allow this to go in all the way. Alright, so we have the hose here. Just grab the hose up here, move the head over, and then sit the cartridges on the carriage. It's okay if this clip comes loose, you could always set it back in there once you have installed the cartridges. It's a little tricky to get them in though. Okay, so we're going to put the clip holder back on there. Essentially, it's going to actually remain like this. So that's going to give it enough space for it to move to the right without actually jamming on this bridge here, and this should give it enough space to move to the left. Now, there's two ways for you to set the clip. You could either have the T-clip set up here in the middle, which is like standard for most printers, or you could do it my way, which is basically grabbing the square clip and then just basically mounting the hose on the side here. Either way would work. In this case, we're going to use a T-bracket. Set the T-bracket here centered, and just go ahead and clip the hose onto the bracket. Alright, so just to make sure that you have enough room for it to move left and right, just move it with your hands. And once again, you basically have to leave enough slack for it to only move left and right. Don't leave too much slack on there. So this is probably it right there. Alright, so we pretty much have the system installed already. Make sure the cartridges are clicking into place. And if for whatever reason the cartridges don't recognize, there might be some debris on the chip itself. Just grab a paper towel with rubbing alcohol and clean the chip, which is at the front of the cartridges. That should probably fix the problem for you. Yeah, but in this case it should be fine. Make sure you run a head cleaning before you use it, and then if you have any questions, just give us a call. Thanks.